He actually did it.
حياكم الله في الشارجة. Good morning and welcome to Sharjah, UAE. This morning we've headed out of the city and still in Sharjah, but a little bit more remote. I'm about to go on the largest safari in the world outside Africa. So this is something I didn't really expect. It's only opened recently. It has over 50,000 birds, over 120 mammals, including all the big ones. This is gonna be very interesting. I really don't know what to expect. I've done a few safaris, even recently in the last 6 months. I was in South Africa and Botswana and got to do the African safari. So let's see how this is. Regardless, I don't know, let's see. This is very exciting. Something I did not expect to be able to do in UAE. This is what we have in store. I assume we're getting safari vehicles. Apparently we have elephants, giraffes, all of the gazelles, rhinos. Wow, this is actually pretty cool. Ooh, here we go. This is VIP. Oh, of course we start with a coffee. Right, here we go. We're just leaving this little lodge entrance and now joining our electric safari golf carts. Let's get going. Are we doing a walk first? Right, we'll start off with a walk. So first up we have the Great African Bird Safari. This is the giant aviary and there's lots of birds. Let me show you. We've just left the aviary and now we're entering the lemur enclosure. We had to leave our bags behind because, I don't know, maybe they'll go through them. We should be getting pretty close to them. Close we are. That's great. Okay, this is actually very cool. It's less of a safari because it is an enclosure, but you are very close to the lemurs. And yeah, good little photo op. So far my impression is that there's two sides to this. There's a few little enclosures and then there's also more of the safari section where we get on the jeeps. So I think that's what we're heading towards now. They even have a little version of Stone Town called the Zanzibar area. But we're just walking through that right now because we're about to jump on the jeeps and begin the real safari. Okay, safari time. Welcome to Sharjah Jurassic Park.
He actually did it.
Few different areas, and we've just started off in the Saha area and now we saw some oryx and some antelope and we've got a little water buck here, but now we're heading onto the Serengeti zone, which has some bigger African game. we just stepped out of the truck and now we are into the lion's den. This is the Serengeti area. I doubt we're going to be walking through lions, but there's I don't know, there's something here. Oh, it's an enclosure. Found the lion. So after a little walk, we have found the lions. They're right over there. There's one big male and then 2 lionesses. They're actually lined up very photogenically for us. But it's not obviously a real safari. There are different enclosures for the lions and the prey. But still, I'd say it's better than 90% of zoos you would go to, maybe even 99, because it's still quite large enclosures and it is done very well. Like you can see, it does have the proper sort of African feel, but it's not a safari. it's a big zoo or a big wildlife park. They're not free to roam, but they look like they're well taken care of. Yeah. Whoa, that's a big one. Now we got the crocs. Okay, we're done for this walking section, which I'm told is only part of the VIP package. If you do come here, there's different packages. But it's not too expensive from what I just saw. It's like £30, like $40 entry, and then the VIP one was only like $70, $80, something around that. But now we're done with this area and jumping back into the jeeps. Entering the giraffe area, and there's a lot of them. Giraffes, I think, are one of my favorite. They're always cool to see. We're done. I am actually very impressed. That was really good. I said earlier like it was less like a safari and more like a zoo, but I'm going to take that back because that was huge. Like loads of different areas, different zones. The giraffes and elephants at the end were the highlight. The giraffes personally for me because of how close we are. But yeah, I went on a private game reserve in South Africa just outside Cape Town, and this was much more impressive and bigger, even though it's not in Africa. Like you could say it's a bit arid and dry here, but that's also the case in South Africa. They've had a long drought, and I don't know, I mean, I'm not trying to compare apples to oranges, but this is actually really impressive. It was good. All the animals looked quite happy and healthy, and we got very close to them. It's kind of like a Disney safari, if that makes sense, because the roads were very sculpted. It's like the termite mounds are fake, but they look really good. There's a big fake baobab tree, but it looks really cool. So it's just a very good version of a safari that you can get outside of Africa. So if you're going to come to Dubai, and then you wanted to do something like this, it's only about 40 minutes away from Dubai, that would be a good option. Now we're heading off because we are about to go stay in the desert. We're now heading out into the desert where we're going to be glamping for the night. We've got to get this special vehicle to get over to the dunes, and I'm told there's a few surprises on the way. Okay, we have just arrived to our desert camp for the night. Check this out. This instantly reminds me of Wadi Rum, but actually the backdrop is really cool. We have this giant mountains here, and then we've got a little setup here for dinner, and I believe our glamping tents are behind us here. We're staying here for tonight. We've got another few activities first, but we're going to set up camp before we head out into the sand dunes, hopefully doing some 4x4ing. Okay, this is the path to my room. Whoa. Ah, look at that. Now that. Whoa. Now that is glamping. I have a proper double bed. Woo! And it looks like we're about to head out in this Jeep into the dunes.
Pedro?
Right, well,
You can control from here in the
the
back.
good news is we have a roll cage.
The air condition.
Okay, yeah, we're safe. There you go. That's it. There you go. You can feel that.
Just let me know if you want to reduce here.
Faster. Yeah. Do a flip. Okay, we just took a nice easy drive to the top of this. That was fun. That was, yeah, that's always cool. Just whipping around the corner, you feel like you're gonna topple, but you don't. And very, very, very cool. We're now at the top of the mountain for sunset. Finishing now with the sunset sand dunes as far as you can see after driving around with the 4x4. A good end to the day. Obviously it's not quite finished yet because we're going back to our glamping tents, having some kind of barbecue and sleeping out in the desert. Honestly, I love these kind of experiences, the adrenaline of going through in the Jeep and then being rewarded with something like this.